Hey, what's up? Coach Saya back again today, and we're talking about how to train twice a week for a shredded physique. If you are busy, if you're welcoming a new baby to the family, if you just have a lot going on and you're just like, honestly, my sleep, my recovery is just not great, so I'm only able to work out twice a week, this is for you, okay? I remember not that long ago, it was about 6 years ago, I had my first son, and my sleep was completely thrown off. My recovery was completely thrown off. My schedule was nuts. And I was only able to make time for 2 really focused workouts per week. Then I had another son a year and a half after that, and the same thing happened. So for about a period of 2 to 3 months, I was only training twice a week. And this is a strategy that I tell our clients that they can utilize during parts of the year where they're just swamped or they need to put energy towards other things and they don't have the time to get to the gym every day or any more than twice a week. So I'm going to give you a breakdown today of what you need to know when it comes to twice a week training. So let's just jump right into it. First and foremost, your focus needs to be on getting the most bang for your buck from your workouts, because at the end of the day, as long as you're getting stronger on key lifts, as long as you're progressing on the movements that you put into the program, you will build muscle and you will change your body over time, okay? I suggest focusing exclusively on compound lifts, all right? Compound lifts are where you're using more than one muscle group to move weight, okay? So deadlifts, squats, bench press, overhead press, rows, barbell rows, those are all, pull-ups is another one. Those are all compound lifts. You're using multiple muscle groups to move a weight versus an isolation movement, which is something like a curl or a lateral raise, where you're just using basically one muscle group with a little bit of assistance from others, but mostly just one isolated, okay? The reason why we want to focus more on compound is because you're only training twice a week, so you really want to build in as much compound work as possible to get your entire body involved in the workouts as much as you possibly can, especially with only 2 workouts per week. Understand too that you might need to schedule off a little extra time during those 2 workouts to get it all in, right? My suggestion for those of you watching this or listening to this are going to be to focus on full body workouts twice a week, all right? So where you're doing things for all the major muscle groups, your legs, your glutes, your back, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your core. All these body parts can be trained in one workout, or you can do it in 2 workouts, but my suggestion is to hit both workouts with full body style training. That way you get twice a week stimulus for each muscle group, okay? This is going to add to your ability to build muscle with only working out twice a week. Now, once you've set up your workouts for compound movements and full body style, understand that what you do on the other days still matters. Okay, my suggestion is one of 2 things. First and foremost, make sure you stay active. Okay, you don't want to sit around and be sedentary all day long. Get outside, move your body, stretch, hit a step target. My suggestion, if you're trying to lose fat, is somewhere between 8,000 to 12,000 steps a day. If you're just trying to maintain, 8,000 a day is cool. If you're trying to build muscle, 6,000 to 8,000 is my step range that I like to target. Now, it might be different for you. You might have a super active job or career, and you might have to monitor your steps a little bit more because maybe you're doing too much, or maybe you're sitting in front of a computer all day and you really need to make a conscious effort to be active. Stretching can work great as well. The other thing you can do, this is kind of a bonus on your off days, is touch-up workouts. This is where maybe you have a pair of exercise bands. And once again, this is optional. This is not required if you're only training twice a week, but this can add to the effectiveness of the overall plan. You can do exercise bands, isolation movements for body parts you want to improve. You can do things like push-ups, pull-ups, things that take a couple minutes that you can literally do anywhere, right? Not a full-blown workout, but like 2 to 5 minutes of just getting the blood flowing to certain muscle groups that you want to improve. Now, once you have that side, that's really the workout side. The nutrition side, with only training twice a week, we want to just be clear that if you were maybe used to doing 3 to 5 workouts a week, you might be burning slightly less calories maybe, right? Depending on your activity, if you're walking more, if you're more conscious about your movement, then you can probably still get your calorie burn up to where it needs to be. But you're going to need to monitor your calories. You're going to need to make sure that you're eating sufficient protein to keep recovery where it needs to be, that you're getting sufficient vitamins and minerals, and that you're staying hydrated, and that you're really monitoring your calories based off your goal, whether you're trying to lose, maintain, or gain weight. Calories are still going to matter, and even more if you're only training twice a week, because you really want to maximize the effectiveness of your workouts. If you're trying to build muscle or if you're trying to lose fat, ultimately nutrition is going to be the big player, right? And it's even bigger of a player if the workout side is minimized, right? So those are the big things with training twice a week. Understand that this might just be a phase, right? Mentally, you got to get locked into the fact that you might want to go back to more workouts, but for now, you're only doing 2 because of time, because of life, whatever's going on. So you need to focus. You need to be consistent with those 2 workouts. Don't allow the minimalist style to get you completely off track. Twice a week, you're dialed in with your workouts. You're staying active on your off days. You're getting, as much recovery as you can, sleeping as much as you can, drinking enough water, and your nutrition is dialed in. Like, that has to be the biggest thing. You got to dial in nutrition. If you want to make guaranteed progress, you need to be tracking your lifts. You need to be getting stronger. You need to be doing more reps with the same weight, more weight with the same reps. You get the idea. Progressively making these workouts more challenging. Okay. I'm going to put a link in the description below of a workout program that I designed called Train Twice. It's a minimalist style training program. It's 12 weeks long. You can download it. It's in the description below. If you made it this far, go check it out. If you're listening to this, and you just go to the description of this, and you'll be able to check out the link to check out the Train Twice program. If you want to work out twice a week and get a shredded physique, that is what I suggest, especially if it's a busy time of year. You keep it on hand for busy times of year, but go check that out. And like I said, if this was helpful, make sure you subscribe and leave me some feedback. Leave a review. Leave me what else you want to hear from me in the show, all right? And in the meantime, go check out our website, thetruetransformation.com, and I'll be sure to be posting more of these helpful resources for you each and every week. Thanks so much for being here. I will talk to you soon. Peace.